have to say, lads, listen, I have to say that I hope this documentary gets on TV, right? Not because, obviously we're a band, and we require the media to put us forward and sell us and stuff, right? Not because of that, not purely selfish to that, but just because of it's been the best fucking tour ever, man, and it would just be so satisfying to see what experience we've had.
Yeah,
it's been top class, man.
I am thee, I am your vessel, you are in me. Are you in yet? I am thee, I am your vessel, you are in me. Mold me in your image. Mold me in your image.
We're doing what they call the toilet tour at the moment, and this one has an added bonus in that it actually smells like a toilet. A pretty nasty toilet at that.
I think it's very important to be out there and to be on our own and justify what we're doing on our own rather than coming off the back of other people. But I think we are important enough and strong enough to do that.
It's not something that turns into anything other than rock, but it's just something that sort of, expands the experience.
I think this is for real, is the vibe, which is like all life is here, and it's many sort of different forms. And if you try and stage manage things too much, you leave out room for inspiration.
What is Devantism? I'm not sure I could define it. I mean, we know what we do, and we know how to do it, but I couldn't define it.
What it's like is being in the most fantastic family.
It just means that we've got drive and passion and belief. I am thee, I am your vessel, you are in me. Are you in yet? I am thee, I am your vessel, you are in me. Mold me in your image. I think about you and what I'd like to do. The tour's been going very well, in fact, yeah. And we are very pleased with the loyalty that we seem to have inspired in people, because I think that the audiences that come to the shows realise we're doing it for them, not for the critics, and they're into it,
David Devant and his Spirit Wife. Hello. And me, David Devant, and where the fuck is Fiona?
She's got a cool hairstyle.
It's got a good wig.
Yeah, man.
They're just the most glamorous, exciting and sexy bands. The best live band in the world.
I think he's a cool bloke, and I saw him on the Pantiles last time. And I love his hair, and I love his makeup, and I love his clothes.
In one song they blow up this huge bubble and it says nothing, and another one they use a carrot and they grate it on his head.
That is so cool.
There's nothing like them.
In and out ourselves, baby. Well, I'll be ginger and free.
the people that come to the shows are people that need us, you know, people that, and that's the kind of people that we want to come to the show. You know, people that,
outside.
you know, not people that want us to be performing clowns, but people that need us. You know, because we're on a mission.
My mission is to extend my body physically into the audience, and maybe it's. I mean, tonight it was a bit sweaty, but what I felt as I was on stage was that I was one molecule in the audience's. You know, the audience is a being, and I don't know what part of the body I am, but that's really it. You know, I am a catalyst and a part of a soup of nature.
It was an excellent combination of video and song. I thoroughly enjoyed the evening, and I had the best seat in the house after.
Where was that then?
Sitting right on the stage. I got to sit right on the stage.
Well, I've just been to the gig, and you can see I'm absolutely drenched. I had the best time. Vessel gave me a button, a set list, and I've got a hanky as well. I'm really happy, and it's been very good. Definitely worth the £5 that I paid. Most definitely. I had the best time. Just can't wait for their album to come out.
Oh, you star! Thank you very much. No, wait, I need my pen back. I need my pen.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Thanks very much. So you're great. Okay.
Right, this is it.
Where did you get the chance from?
My mum made it.
Really? Oh, thank you very much.
The fans are not generally looking for me, they're looking for the Colonel, or Horse Question Mark, or obviously the Vessel. I play a kind of low-level role in this physically low level, most of the time, but I think they're looking for a chance to get themselves out of their lives and their bodies and be part of something that's extraordinary.
What makes you think you're so dumb? What makes you think you know better than anyone? When you lie in the bath, looking up at the ceiling, do you start to laugh as your face goes underwater? I just thought I'd like to warn you. Look out, there's a chance you might be so take a deep breath and ask yourself the question, is this my death?
We're carrying on the way we started, which is that rather than going after record deals and sort of trying to develop a career, we're doing what we enjoy doing. And it's a slower route, but I mean, hopefully if you sort of take that route, you'll be around a lot longer.
I'm so sick of ginsters. Have ginsters be in an indie band.
In my romantic novel, you were cold and I just trouble. You'll turn the odds with chains and then break my brains. I think about you, let me give you a clue. I'm sorry, thinking about you.
Up. Red or black? You just recorded your first #1 hit. Evening Devant Hit Factory. Hello?
We were down recording Think About You.
Yeah.
Why did you release that on the album?
It's a great song. I mean, personally, I think it's an epic song, which really represents what we're all about. And it's a hard choice just sort of choosing anything for a single. It's just another product, really, isn't it? I mean, it's just that there aren't as many songs on a single as an album. And I've been happy with all the singles we released so far. And when it came to the next one, I felt that I really loved the album version of Think About You. But we've been playing it sort of in a very different way live. It'd be very nice to re-record it with the live spirit, which I think we've done.
It's the garden with my famous purple heart on now. For the day we make, that's the day I won't forget. In my romantic novel, you will call and I'll just grovel. You'll tie me up with chains and break my brain.
Do you think there's any sort of precedent to a group like David Devant?
The great English dream rather than the great American dream. I mean, a lot of groups come from the American tradition. I mean, especially a lot of groups at the moment really are emulating sort of American groups from the 60s. But we're more in tune with the English dream. And there are great groups like everyone from the Kinks through to the Small Faces, through to the Sensational Alex Harvey Band, through to Roxy Music and David Bowie, who all really been part of the great English dream rather than the great American dream.
Do you think there's also an element of punk to your music?
So I mean, sort of Alan Yance, Buzz Cox, Paul. I mean, it basically bands who the jokers of the pack, basically.
I heard good reports about you from David Devant.
Yeah?
About being a lot of fun on tour with you. Just, would that be your opinion as well?
It's been chaos.
We're just getting drunk all the time.
And are the David Devant boys joining you on that front?
Oh, they're good boys.
You are in the garden with my famous purple heart on. That's the day we met. That's the day that I won't forget. In my romantic novel, you will call and I'll just grovel. You'll tie me up with chains. Come home and pick my brains out. Oh, I think about you. Let me give you a clue. I think about you. My dog just died, my brain has fried, but I think about you. My car broke down, I had to run out of town, but I think about you. Oh, I'm on holiday somewhere very far away, but I think about you. And the day we met, but it's not finished yet. I think about you. I think about you.
That's the way the money goes. Pop goes the How did you come to choose the Smiles as the band to play?
I got a tape. And I met a friend of mine on the Tube who does graphic design, and he said he was doing design for a band on Island A&M or whatever it is, and they're called The Smiles, and they're really good, and they're like The Small Faces. And then the next day I got a tape from a band that might support us on tour, and they were called The Smiles. So I rang John immediately and said, book them.
What was your favourite song that you heard on the tape? Do you remember?
I like them all.
It's good.
But I'm going to go back and listen to the tape, and I said to them I'll probably cry when I hear their tape, you know.
Why's that?
Just remembering the tour. That's fucking bollocks.
Read it out.
Martin Fry and Posh ensuring David Devant and his spirit wife's Dingwall album launch was suitably star-studded, forgetting to mention the Wanna Dies,
Blue Tones,
and
Steve Fishman.
All
the rest of them.
Major talent.
I think it's going to be quite hard.
All right, just go easy option.
Anyway, it's only a comic.
You can just sort of approach everything from lots of different angles. We've not had a bad mark, as in all the reviews give marks out of 10 or out of 5, and all of them have been well above average. But what people actually say about us in reviews depends on what part of the show or what part of the David Devant experience they're coming from. So people who've not seen the show and just heard the music have been sort of raving about the album. But people who've been to see the show feel like they want something to jump out of the album when they see it.
Our album Work, Love, Life, Miscellaneous
Hello, Principal Skinner.
is it's kind of like the story so far, but it's also a bit of a prediction as well, you know, because there's a lot in there that's giving people a clue as to where we're going to go, you know, and our potential, which you know, potential is a very important thing, and it always has to be there, you know. Implied potential, I think, makes for a good, you know, good piece of art or good record, whatever. You know, if something's resolved, there's no way in for people. I'm about to go into a shop in Chester and perform a song from the forthcoming album, Song or Two, without electricity. And hopefully it's going to hypnotise people of Chester into buying our record.
What do you think the Chester public's going to think of you lot today?
Maybe those posters on Instagram, posters.
What few of them there will be will find us enormous.
I think David Devant and his spirit wife will be on stage very, very soon. So coming live and find the new album. David Devant and his spirit wife at the Chester Virgin Megastore in literally 1 or 2 minutes.
Star was not the first choice. He owns a Wanarana and a second-hand Rolls Royce. He knows a lovely lady, she'd like to wear his ring, but no one can resist him when he starts to sing the last of a love song, the last of the night, the last of a love song. Thank you. curtain and knew his job was done, because the last ever love song was the last number one. That's the last ever love song, the last of the night, the last ever love song we had to give between you and me. But when you're gonna go for it, what have you got to show?
We don't give a toss. I'm prepared to stand on stage naked and put my neck on the line. I don't, you know, we're just open beings. And I don't think anyone else is doing that. It's a lost world of, I mean, pop kind of excludes that. I can't really get to the root of what I'm saying. I'm being heckled. But it's about, like I said, you know, becoming a soup and just pouring yourself into a room and allowing yourself to be what everyone wants you to be.
And I'm doing
This is what I think is our fans realise that they see what we're doing is for them, and
always remember that you're representing your country. I guess
you
what
know,
I'm saying is,
it's just an instinctive, intuitive thing what we're doing. You know, it's like it's not about anybody else's agenda. It's not about the critics' agenda, or you know, it's about us and the people that we're trying to speak to, and they understand that, you know, what we're doing by having so-called made-up names, you know. Although there are a lot of people that I've met in the course of the tour who would like to know my real name, but I personally don't think it's relevant. You know, it's just a name.
You know, the whole thing of him being a vessel for other people's thoughts and desires, and that's absolutely true. He feeds off other people, not in a predatory way, but in a creative way. And so he takes things from everyone, and it becomes what it becomes. And what Cocky Youngin and I do is all part of that.
Put your hands upon my key.
Yeah, I know, I heard
This is a chord my father taught me. It's called Miscellaneous. This world, love life, miscellaneous. That's all the extras. Detail you can't live without. Sexy, words of gummage or vessel?
Vessel! Where's your garage violin show?
I like a nice slice of cake.
create situations that I hope complement and add and sometimes subvert the music. But it's seen all as a piece, really. We're quite keen on saying this because we've been quite misrepresented quite a lot of saying that we are dressing the music by doing a little bit more. I mean, in some ways we are, but that's always how it's been. We've never really done a full concert without. Never conceived of playing the music just as music, because they all go together. You know, in the early days it took a certain form that people have kind of taken as being slightly comedy, but it's not how we see it at all, really. It's nothing to do with comedy at all.
Is more sexy, Cliff Richard or Vessel? I think you'll find the answer's obvious now.
There is a certain amount of chaos involved as well, I'd say.
Chaos is what we aim to deliver, I think. And one of the things that we do is whenever there's a new thing which enters the show, is we never ever rehearse it at all. So we do things where we'll make things in the bus on the way there, and the first time it's ever seen or the first time we try it out is on stage, so in front of everyone. So there is always that tension of will it work, won't it work? Which I think is very important. It gives you a little bit more excitement.
This is a very, very important part of the pre-show. Isn't it, Iceman?
It's a musical cue.
I just think it's value for money. You know, we're making a show, and you know, it's very sad that rock has to be 4 people playing guitars and looking at the floor.
What's it mean? What's it all mean? What's it all about?
It's all about sex.
I mean, I go and see bands, and however good they are, after you've seen a couple of numbers, you say, well, that's really good, but what are you going to show me next?
Stupid.
When I
They're
think about you, I do something I am not supposed to. Anything on us in there?
Yeah, Live of Dingwalls.
No, is it a slag?
Yeah.
No way.
Shall I read it?
Fucking hell.
Who's more sexy, inquires the vessel, preening his mullet quiff in the gilt mirror held aloft by 2 po-faced flunkies, David Devant, Spirit Wife or Hanson. No one can accuse David Devant of being undynamic, but they have been wheeling the same sight gags on stage for too long, and the whole performance is beginning to reek of over-rehearsed school theatre. Every element is too perfectly enacted. Like insecure children who overcompensate by becoming loud and obnoxious, David Devant hide behind visual flamboyance. They may feel that their props differentiate them from other chirpy guitar bands, but if they'd let the songs speak for themselves, that would happen naturally. We're going to smash things up, Vessel proclaims before launching into the crowd-pleasing finale, I'm not even going to try. And you wish they would. Demolish the projectors, the mirrors, the sandwich boards, and start all over again.
And I hope that you understand what it means to me. Just to live a lovely life that is prosperity.
It's actually... It's not that bad. It's all right about the music, isn't it? It's different.
I think it's the music. If they still like the music, then why does it bother them that there's this visual thing?
It's performance, isn't it?
They're trying to find an angle to...
And she didn't get that I am your vessel thing. She thought, that isn't why I say it. It's not to do what she's saying.
Not David. I'm your vessel. Not David.
Not David Devant.
So people said you would never make it in pop music because you were not sexy enough. And taxes went to people to go to college to be able to draw like that. Because drawing is one of the last sacred arts. Caricatures remind me of carrot acatures, which is very dear to my heart. Carrot acatures are no more. It's the dead carrot acature.
Sketch.
Ouch.
Now, this is the bridge at the Lomax. I just liked the way they placed the crisp packets on top of it. Here we have the rider. As you can see, it's quite impressive. As I'm panning down it, it seems endless. Crisps on top of a fridge from the angle I originally saw it at, which is my height. I'm the vessel. That's how high it is. I'm panning around the room now. It's going to be boring probably, because it's a pretty boring room. Yes, basically this is the room. This is all you get. Oh yeah, and that man there is the professor. He looks like one, doesn't he?
When I was a little boy, I used to enjoy camping in huge campsites with thousands of people in big family tents and flying my kite over the roof of all these tents. And my dad used to dive bomb them all. And I used to get embarrassed and scared. Because I thought these big blokes that used to sit there with their pants on deck chairs, reading the Sun, would come and beat my dad and me up. And what I've discovered touring with this band is that our band is like that campsite full of thousands of people, but you can meet them all and embrace them all into your heart.
My strongest memory will be all the lovely people that we've met, played to, worked with. And what a privilege it is. To have all these glamorous, exciting people around us.
What did Mikey always say? Oh no, Padinga, I can't see it.
That's it. I am a natural beauty.
Actually, you take over, I'll do this.
No one
See
else.
what's going on.
What do you mean what's going on? It's natural beauty. And it speaks to
We're all nature's ornaments.
It's merely a mask and everyone can see the beauty that lies behind.
This is the best filming I've ever done, said the vessel.
Oh dear.
It's important to us that we have our own level of success. You know, the thing about this band is that we you know, we don't judge our success on the structures that other people judge success by, you know. You know, obviously it's nice to chart and things like that, but that's not what our success is judged on. In our book, in our magic life. I think we've sort of come a long way, really, and you know, we've sort of mapped out a parallel career to what's been going on in the mainstream, and you know, everything that we've released, like Pimlico and Cookie, you know, they probably were massive hits in a parallel universe, and you know, it's just they weren't right for the environment that we're in at the moment, you know.
Sometimes I like to think that there might be a parallel state of mind, and something tells me that I'd better find it before just round the corner, the promises end. There's little Jack Horner, but he's gone round the bend. His body is bent, and his money is all gone. He eats jam from a spoon, and he stares at the moon. Life on a crescent, spring in the desert. Life on a crescent, spring in a desert. Life on the crescent was something that we mistakenly thought that we might have to concede, but we learned to believe.
It's the man reading the comic. And we're back. So, as I said, I'm reading the comic again. It's called The NME. And it's easily missed, and you might think it insignificant, but on page 5, news in brief, they tried to cut us out of history, but they can't. And in brief it says, David Devant and his spirit wife return with a new LP, shiny on the inside. Released through Kindness on October the 25th, a single, Radar, on November the 15th, a one-off show at London WC2 LA2. And a Channel 4 documentary later this year. Don't know what that's about. And yeah, for tickets, call Virgin Cola Hotline. So we're in bed with the big boys. And it's interesting watching the film because I think I had the weight of the world on my shoulders for some of it, and you know, it's important what we do as a band, but maybe I'm a bit happier now.
Any last words, Mikey?
No. David Devant performed here. I'm happy, but I've watched this film and I'm trying not to sort of get sucked into that same persona, you know, because it's a really strong feeling you get off the film. It's surprised me how much I was actually focused on what the press made of what we do, you know. I don't know if it's getting a bit older that makes you realise that it's not that important. It doesn't want to go, right? I saw a documentary about the Royal College of Art last night, and there was a girl on it, you know, she was saying all I want to do is feed my addiction, you know, and I thought that is parallel to what I'm doing, you know. You know, I'd like now, because we've got our own label, we can hopefully feed our own addiction, which is to go on making records and make music. It's like when we first started as a band, it wasn't a career, it was just pure expression, and I think, you know, having come out of the corporate mangle, now we've got a bit more of that excitement back. Because I think you caught us right at the apex, the crepuscular dawn of being signed to a major label, you know. So that's interesting, you know. It's kind of like we started here and then there's that bit that you captured, and now we're hopefully on the up. This is not a funny thing we do now.
Okay, and we are symbolically going to do something.
Yes. Well, I should prepare to symbolically do this thing by donning the hood. I feel my power draining. I just don't know how much importance it should be attached to this act. Because, like I say, you know, David Devant, the Spirit Wife, are bigger than the wig, aren't they? The thing is, I want people to see that it is the wig, because they might think that it's not, because you look at that film and the wig is so perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it's pompadoured, isn't it?
You put quite a lot of work into it, though, to make
Yeah.
it sort of stand up, didn't you?
But the last couple of times I've got this out and put it on, and just no. Not something as black and white as that vessel is dead, long live Mikey, because I'm still the vessel, you know, and I'm still a fucking celebrity, man, you know. And I do that because I know there are still people that need me to be that, with or without this. There it is. But we're laughing, but I would hate any fans who see that to think that, you know, I'm doing that to kill it off. I'm doing that hoping that from the flames the phoenix will rise, you know, and that was a hard thing to do, and, you know, that's what Devant's about. So, it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, so many of my personal memories of what we've done as a band are tied up with wearing that, and, you know, going into a small back room of a pub with that on, and, you know, being very embarrassed for the first gig. It's all there, you know.
Okay, let's do it.
It's scary, isn't it? I'm more scared for your house.
Don't worry about that.
scary, isn't it? I'm more scared at your house.
I won't worry about that.